Have you ever wondered what 7 days using this sheriff would look like? No. But seriously, every now and then I get to watch my teammates slap the silly out of randoms with this cowboy clapper. And I think to myself, when will I get to show off my amazing sheriff skills in front of an audience? After watching pro players hit the most insane headshots with this piece of magnificent magnum, I thought about how much I would love to experience that headshot sound over and over again. In order to achieve this, I needed a contingency plan. Luckily for you guys, I already made a very thorough training schedule, which I'm certain will work. Now, I knew this challenge wouldn't be easy. So I figured that, like everything in life, the more you train, the better you get. And I'm hoping that with enough suffering, I could climb to a respectable rank and become one of the best sheriff wielders the Valorant community has ever seen. With this in mind, I've come prepared with a few unorthodox methods to improve my wrist movements, and my finger and arm movements too, of course. All in the hopes to become a one-shot specialist. It was day 1 of sheriff training. I woke up, ate breakfast, went to the gym, and came home ready to start my torture training. I figured that before jumping into the games, I would be sensible and warm up with aim labs for a few minutes, just to stroke my ego. I'm sort of failing to understand how I've managed to get so high on the leaderboards. I can barely click the X on a Google Chrome tab. After playing with lots of balls for a suspiciously long time. Man, I need like a magnifying glass to see these balls. Right. Back to aim labs. I then booted up Valorant and played some death matches to see whether or not this challenge was worth my mental decay. And it certainly was, because these kids were eating my shots.
What did he say?
After embarrassing myself, I decided to take my unstable relationship with the sheriff over to some actual games. And it went exactly how you would expect it to. Just to be completely transparent with you guys, I did not play ranked until the last few days of sheriff training, as I didn't feel confident enough, nor did I want to ruin other people's games. The first game was fairly rough. In the first few rounds, I could see how inaccurate I was, and my biggest obstacle was spam shooting. And also peer pressure.
This guy blind TP. Go on.
Me?
Blind TP, then go in with the knife.
Me spam shooting wasn't all that bad, as I picked up a few kills. Okay, no, it's pretty terrible. However, it was also pretty great, as it meant that I had a solid foundation to work from.
He's got a point.
After a few more rounds of shooting for the stars, I managed to pull off something pretty damn amazing. It happened after we'd switched to attacking. After killing the Reyna, I domed the Yoru, followed by the Raze, and clutched the round by killing the Killjoy.
Oh, you're better.
Ah, nice. Cheers, guys. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Towards the end of the game, I realized the importance of keeping a positive mindset. I think it's so crazy how you can go from the very bottom of the leaderboards to the very top with just a few successful plays. Bear in mind, this is the same game that I was bottom fragging at round 9. Seeing this made me super excited to see how good I could become with the sheriff. And we ended up closing out the game with the win. Unfortunately, I was pressed for time during day 1 and I could only afford to play 1 game. It was day 2 of sheriff training. I decided to warm up with a bit of dummy training and then just crack on with the games. Day 2 was very similar to day 1. I was whiffing easy shots, hitting head every now and then, and missing even more shots. And to top it all off, I was using a very questionable sheriff skin. I didn't change my sheriff. Oh, I gotta use this, man. Why is it so colourful for? Anyway, I'll just let you guys watch a quick rundown of the 2 games that I played. Wait, are you killing there? What the? Wait, what the? What? Jesus.
Oh, that's how you.
You should play like that.
Who is that guy, bro? Who are you?
Let me tell you something.
No, I was gonna. You're crazy. Who's next? I'm next.
1 mid, 2 mid, 1 more mid.
It's the sheriff off. I win these, though, bro.
Wait.
No! The last no scope! I'm just gonna use my sheriff here, I think. Yeah, that's just BM, but I got this in the head. 1 in the head, bro. 1 in the head. Oh my! Actually, I want to use this one. Okay, she's just better. Oh! I didn't play too bad, I don't think. I got a reputable score.
1, 2, 3, 4. I got one. Just hold on. And hunt. I think Shows me it's last. I'm not too sure. Yeah. Planting already.
No, don't you dare! Wait, if I actually get that orb. Wait, what? It was day 3 and I knew something needed to change. I returned to AIM Labs to see if there were any game modes that would help my spamming issues. It turns out there were. These game modes involve micro adjusting and tracking. I practiced for a short period of time and it paid off. I was hitting high scores and performing better than I usually do. The next challenge was to transfer my newly learned skills to Valorant. So I loaded up dummy training to see what playing in an iron lobby would feel like. It went exactly how I thought it would. I got killed by the dummy and lost the game. No, but seriously, I was seeing great improvements and was feeling very confident about playing ranked. I only did training during day 3 as I didn't want to burn myself out for the following days. It was day 4. Let's not talk about day 4. Oh. I'm trash.
There you go.
Jesus. Wait, behind us? Jet's got operators, be careful. Day 5 and day 6 were both days where I saw significant improvement with my aim. Therefore, I'll summarise these days together. The first game of day 5 was on Pearl, and this game turned into a 4v5 in the early stages of the match. But that didn't stop me from almost acing the first round.
See him.
Ah, this strong start was a sign of good things to come. Right then, let's crack on with the clips. Ah!
Lance to the minute after the
Oh, and I was practicing a new character alongside the sheriff. I'm really trying to get better at this character, so I think comms is definitely key, I've learned.
You give good comms, when you flash.
Thank you, man, that means a lot.
What rank are you, by the way?
I'm not actually ranked. I haven't played ranked yet. What would you say I was?
I'll give you like flat 1.
I can blind garage? Blinding garage?
I got him.
Love, that was so good, bro.
Oh my god! Bro, I just reloaded my knife! It was day 7, the final day of sheriff training, and what a journey it has been. I started off the challenge with many aiming issues, but with the sufficient training, I've managed to achieve a much better aim, and I've even learned a new agent. Anyway, this is how my ranked games went on the last day. For the very first game, I continued to play the new agent that I was learning, Skye. We were in on Fracture, and I was off to a strong start already. Even though we lost the round, I was feeling comfortable with the sheriff. After getting 2 satisfying headshots in round 2, I got killed in rounds 4, 5 and 6 by the Brimstone who clearly had aim hacks. And in round 7, I was doing fairly good. Until Skye decided to ruin my day. Over the course of the next few rounds, I picked up a few more nice kills. Then in round 14, Skye was enjoying the view from behind me once again. On round 16, Skye tried getting away with murder, but she forgot that the sheriff was in town. As you'll find out, the Yoru was obsessed with flanking. So, I taught him a few manners. Along with the Brimstone. Then on round 23, I landed an absolutely cracked shot on Yoru. Watch this. After witnessing a second murder and bringing Skye to justice, I then got my kill stolen by Raze. Brim obviously didn't like me attempting to murder him, because after binging Skye in the head, he got revenge by lasering me with his ult and then his gun. Unluckily for Brim, what goes around comes around, my friend, because the next round, I introduced him to his funeral. This game was very displeasing, however, because after all the struggle and pain, the game unfortunately ended in a draw. But as you can see, I finished with a score that I can be proud of. I started game 2 even stronger than game 1. I killed Phoenix, whiffed a few shots, saved Gecko from the goth boy, taught the Sage a well-needed lesson, and then whiffed more shots before deciding to give the last kill to our Sage. Round 2 and 3, I picked up a few more great kills. Round 5 was also a bad round for Phoenix and Gecko, and on round 6 I landed what was arguably my best shot. I definitely meant to shoot Sage here, and she kindly congratulated me on how great of a shot that was. As the game progressed, our Rays caught on to what challenge that I was doing, and this is how it went. There's a Vandal there if anyone wants it. I'm not buying. If anyone needs anything, just a request.
Oh, what are you, Sheriff?
Maybe. If we start losing, don't worry, I'll bust out the Vandal. I'm not gonna lose you guys the game.
Yeah, no, but you're top ranking, so you know you're doing fine.
After this conversation, I realized I've run into some extremely toxic people whilst playing with the Sheriff only. I've also had my fair share of nice people too, and this Raze was an awesome sport. After this conversation, I died a bunch more until it was time to attack. And here is my second best shot. And that's all thanks to Gecko's lucky twerk. But that luck didn't last long as Omen was as slippery as butter. I'm not really sure what happened to Phoenix, but I'm glad his brain logged off so that I could kill him. After more lucky twerking. Is that the lucky twerk? One more time. Lucky twerk, lucky twerk. Cheers. I landed another completely planned shot. And then I won round 20 by ulting. Call me a cheater, I dare you. Whilst in the preparation phase, Raze wanted to know a bit more behind my genius idea of 7 days with the Sheriff. At the minute, I was doing, Sheriff for about a week?
Yeah.
I was playing normals because I didn't want to ruin people's rank games. So I've done a video. No, seriously, bro. I have not like confidence issues, but I feel really bad, you know. And so I should, because if you're ruining people's games, they're trying to climb, it's not fair on them. So I played loads of normals, loads of Swift plays. The premise of the video is going to be how I went from normals to ranked. After having this great conversation, I pulled out the flashy one taps to bring home the victory.
Attackers win.
And that, my friends, is how my 7 days with the Sheriff came to a close. Here is my final score for the split rank game. After playing ranked with the Sheriff for 2 days, I ended up climbing from silver 2 to almost gold 2. And I think if I invested more time, I would be able to achieve platinum with relative ease. If a Sheriff to platinum video is something you guys would want to see, then let me know in the comments. Here is a quick summary to answer a couple of questions you guys might have. Did the challenge help? Yes. The challenge put me in a position which forced me to improve my aim, which was transferable to other guns like the Vandal, and my overall aim has drastically improved. And the second question, what was the best training? If I was to suggest a primary method of training, I would say use aim labs, but also make sure you go practice an equal amount on Valorant. Anyway, I'm thinking about doing a 7 days with the Marshall video, so stay tuned for that. As always, make sure to hit that sub button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.